So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Spirit Rock Monday night. Everybody hear me okay? Yeah. So I just had the good fortune of spending a few hours up the hill where there's beginnings of a 2-month silent retreat happening. And to some of you that probably sounds like jail sentence. Other of you sounds like nirvana and everything in between. It's very serene up there, very peaceful. When people drop into that depth of meditation, one of the reasons it's so still is because the exit point, which is 21 days away, is so long for the mind to contemplate, it gives up thinking about the exit. And so it actually finally just drops in. Right? There's a long sweet spot in the middle of a meditation retreat, for those of you who know retreats, as we can have in the middle of a meditation, actually. There's a natural settling period, the beginning of a meditation, just getting comfortable, letting go of the thoughts, the to-do list, and there can be a sweet spot in the middle where we're a little more settled, and it's just far enough away before we start thinking about the next thing, or the bell ringing, and which cookie I'm going to have for my break, or who am I going to chat up at the break, or whatever is going on. And there's a place where we get to pause. Right? And meditation's a bit of a sacred pause. To pause. Slow. It's a great word, pause. Some words are very onomatopoeic. Pause. It's suggestive of that stilling, quieting, calming. Right? And there's a beautiful line in the Yoga Sutras, the first line, about stilling the formations of the mind. Right? So partly, one dimension of practice is to still, quiet the formations, quiet the relentless habits, the doing, grasping movements. So how nice we get to meditate together. Sit in stillness and see what wants to be known, wants to be revealed in awareness. Sounds, sights, smells, thoughts, images, past, present, and future, all dissolving into the mystery of the present, into the mystery of awareness. That's always right here. So we don't need to go anywhere, don't need to particularly do anything, don't need to make anything happen. We just need to be present for the performance of life, of our experience, of whatever wants to be known, which is always a mystery, which is what makes this moment interesting, is we don't know what's going to arise in the stream of life, consciousness. So the theme for this evening's talk is on renunciation, which is never a popular word in North America, generally speaking. But it is the season we're coming into. I was raised Catholic, so we're coming into the season of Lent, which is a period of formal outer renunciation of sorts, like Jesus' time in the desert, 40 days in the desert. And so I've been grilling people for stories about renunciation, like what are you giving up? What do you? So a friend emailed and said, Pope Francis just gave a talk. He said, rather than thinking of Lent as deprivation, which it was for me, give up chocolate, give up candy, give up all the fun stuff, which seemed like just a recipe for misery. He said, how about we give up indifference? Let's practice renouncing indifference to others, to suffering. So we can bring that to our meditation. What would it be to practice letting go of indifference to ourselves, indifference to our hearts, indifference to our pain, indifference to our body, indifference to whatever the strange and difficult and existential places that we dip into? What would it be to practice really meeting those, really showing up with a kind, curious attention, which is the opposite of indifference? So, let's practice together. Sit comfortably. Sit at ease. If you're tired, try and not slouch in the chair, because that will guarantee you'll fall asleep. And so perhaps in the meditation you can be renouncing the habit of being lost in thought, the habit of spending your time in planning the to-do list, fantasies, memories. To renounce anything other than what's happening right here, directly in your experience. So as you sit, can you feel and sense the body sitting? All the myriad sensations of sitting, pressure, weight, density, lightness, heaviness. All the sensation points of touching at the eyelids, lips, hands, feet, buttocks. All the sensations of movement, of expansion, lifting, rising, and falling, contracting, as the torso, chest, belly inflates and deflates with the breath. Feeling those waves of sensations as the waves of breath enter and leave the body. What would it to be renouncing indifference in this moment? Or renouncing demanding that your experience be a certain way? Or renouncing judging and condemning yourself or your meditation? So anchoring attention in the sensations of body, sitting, moving, breathing, hearing. Staying present to your physical, sensory experience. Sitting, aware of sitting, breathing, aware of breath, hearing, aware of hearing. Bring the same awareness to our heart, being present to the feelings, emotions, moods that flow in and out of your heart. How are you feeling in this moment? In this moment? In this moment? Present to the thoughts and images that flicker through the mind. No need to stop thinking or make an enemy of thoughts, simply to wake up from being lost in the trance of thinking. To be mindful when thinking is happening. Being curious about all the ways that you leave here, leave this. Where does the attention roam? Without judging or condemning it, inviting attention back again here, attuning to this moment. Body, breath, sound, sensation, feeling, thought. If the attention needs more ground, you can use the refuge of the breath, staying steady with the in-breath and the out-breath. Noticing the tendencies, the habits of mind and thought that cause pain or contraction. Noticing what can be released to support a sense of well-being or ease or presence. Let go of what has gone. Let go of what may come. Let go of what is happening now. Don't try to figure anything out. Don't try to make anything happen. In the last few minutes of the sitting, noticing what interferes with being at ease, being at peace with whatever conditions are here. What can be released to support a sense of well-being, ease.